I grew up with just my mom, 3 aunts, and 2 grandparents. I didn't have a dad. So I think growing up, I didn't really know what a father figure was like. This person was absolutely charming, seemed to be head over heels in love with me, and was willing to provide everything that I wanted and treated me like a princess. That's how he got me hooked. And then a few weeks into our relationship, things started happening that were different somehow. So it started from there. It was kind of emotional abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse. Somehow I felt like I was walking on eggshells because I didn't want to say the wrong thing, because then eventually he would blow up. He yelled at me on the top of his lungs, calling me stupid, calling me a whore, calling me all the names in the book, just because I did something he didn't like. Somehow he manipulated me to think that all of this was my problem, and I caused him to react abusively. I had bought some things and came home. He asked me why I didn't put them away. And when I told him, he decided that I answered him with an attitude, and he didn't like that attitude. He decided to take my work equipment and just threw it outside as the neighbors were walking by. He scared me to the point that I had to go out to the balcony. When I did, he locked me out. Realizing that something wasn't right, I called asking for help. When he realized I was on the phone, he demanded to know who I was speaking with, unlocked the door, and I darted inside. He chased me when I wasn't answering him, and then he grabbed the phone from my face and just smashed it on the floor. From there, he proceeded to follow me into the bathroom, and then he shoved me against the wall and then punched just right next to my face. And then this night came when we went out, and we had a good time, and we came back home. He asked me to do something, and I didn't. And out of nowhere, I got a punch in my face. I couldn't believe what happened. And as I was trying to process what happened, he punched me again. And again. Threw me on the floor and pinned me with his body. He proceeded to just do this nonstop. As I was begging with every chance I had for him to stop, he proceeded to grab my hair and bang my head on the floor. I blacked out so many times, and every time I came back, I saw him right in front of me, and he was staring at me and he was smiling. I will never forget the look in his eyes. He choked me to the point that I stopped breathing. When he got off of me, I got up just enough to run downstairs. He told me that he parked behind me so I couldn't leave. It would be another at least 10, 15 minutes until I could get out, because he continued to terrorize me all over again in my home. He punched me again countless times. He threw me again. He banged my head again. He choked me again. All the while calling me the most hurtful words he could think of. I think by the grace of God I got out of there, because I honestly did not have the strength to fight him. I went to the ER and the doctor couldn't count how many contusions I had on my face. So he counted at least 7 on each side of my head. My head felt very lumpy. I could push into my head. Every time I laid my head against a soft pillow, it felt like there were 1,000 needles piercing through my head. What hurt more than all this physical pain was the fact that I trusted and loved someone who did this to me, intentionally. Life as I knew it completely crumbled in one night. I was looking to have someone that I can rely on and trust and love, have a family with, and all I had left at the end of that night were all these bruises. Doctors thought it was a miracle that I didn't have any internal bleeding, and eventually all the superficial wounds faded. They went away, but I had constant nightmares for months after that. Doctors told me that I had PTSD, and I just felt myself sinking after I came back home to heal. It was a very long journey. It felt like too much work sometimes. During this healing process, I started reaching out to God more in ways that I haven't done before in a while. I'm no longer angry like I was before, but I'm more hopeful now of the fact that I have an opportunity to live a better life than the one that I had chosen for myself back then.